folks. It's been a little while. I wanted to stream sooner than now, but for well on a week, give or take, maybe 2 weeks now, almost 3. Wow. My internet was 50 times slower than what I'm paying for, so yeah, that doesn't quite work. If you're trying to stream and you're getting 1 megabit per second upload, you're not going anywhere. So today we are going to cover the little bit that I've gotten done since that the last stream. Admittedly, right now nothing's moving, I know, but just give me a moment. It's been a while. Yeah, I've been playing a lot of Magic the Gathering online. I love it. It's a hideous user interface, but I adore it. We've switched to 1920 by 1080. Let's see here. Oops, wrong thing. Sorry. So I'm adjusting a few things. We're gonna have some black bars for this stream only, so I think you'll be fine. We'll adjust. You know, I think that might have also been a problem I was having was. Apologies if that's loud, but yeah, let's open up something here. Title screen. Gotta find my Visual Studio. There we are. So, what I've been doing, a few things. One, you'll notice we have an ocean again. Oh yeah. I should probably fix that. I made the blocks a little bit big because I wanted to test. Oh man, I ate too much. I wanted to test scale, so let's fix that. There we go. So you can see we now have an ocean. There's some things to remember or some things to understand. So this ocean right now, as you can see, it's not moving a lot. I mean, it is moving a lot, but it's not wavy per se. It's sort of a flat layer. Now the reason for that is if we come out and look at this, you'll see that all the vertices are really far apart, and because that's where I'm editing it, I'm making these pieces move up and down, and I'll show you a little bit of the shader in a moment for that. But because I'm doing that and they're so far apart, the effect is very gradual. It's much more obvious on this larger surface here, because again, it's larger, so you can see it better. But if we take that surface and we make it smaller just for a moment, you can see that the effect is much better, really. It's got more of a wavy feel to it and stuff like that. So something I'm gonna have to do down the road is I'm gonna have to go in and adjust the verts. I have to go into Blender and figure out how to do that, because I haven't been playing with Blender recently, and if you don't keep up with 3D modeling, you're bone chief. You'll forget all the hotkeys. So what else do we have to cover? Yeah, so we've gone in and we've edited the user interface a little bit. We've got a terrain mode, a build mode, and a play mode. Play mode turns off our UI for the other stuff. Obviously, terrain mode just shows you the terrain blocks we have, of which we only have 1 currently. Building mode shows you the blocks for the building, of which we only have 1 currently. When you're in terrain mode, you can edit terrain pieces. If you're in building mode, they don't move. And then let's get this guy over here. And then in building mode, if we pick this piece up and put it down, we can't click this anymore. It's still got that bug that I'll have to fix later, where when you lift, it removes it from the list of objects that you've currently got. However, it doesn't realize it's still in your hand. So what I need to do is have adjust how I'm handling what you own and don't own. Perhaps have things that are set and unset or something. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. But yeah, that's just it's whatever, right? We're in the start here. So we've got. I'll go in here, add a few more blocks. the next thing that I want to do today is we're going to add, because I only want to do this for about an hour, if that, because I'm kind of tired. But what we want to do is we want to add a new building, which again is just going to be a color change. But after we add that new building, we're going to go in and we're going to actually add in some debug text, which maybe it is better to do that first. So the first, well, yes, we'll do that first. We'll end on the shader. That's what we'll do. I'll try to remember that. Forgive me if I forget, but I'll try to remember. Let's go into scene view. So we've got our building block. We I think we need to have a smaller, or we need to have a base prefab that these two are inheriting from. Right now, they're different objects, and that's not good for us. With that in mind, let's see here. Who's best? I guess it doesn't really matter. So we'll duplicate terrain. We're gonna drag it up to game pieces, and we're gonna say piece base. Now we're gonna open up that piece base, and we need to remove the terrain component. We're gonna duplicate that piece, call it terrain, and we're gonna grab this terrain script, drag it onto it. Ah! I thought we were. Hold on. Okay. We'll get there. You can tell it's late. My brain just does not want to do this. I think we've all been there though. All right, so now we have this terrain, which itself inherits from the base, which I think it tells you. Does it not? Oh, hold on. Terrain. Yeah. Root in prefab is prefab. Hold on. Thinking time. It's been a while. Ah. He remembers. Vaguely. Terrain. And then we'll go in, we'll grab this. Paste is new, drag it up here. Stop fighting me. Children of prefab. Right. So we'll fix that in a moment. We'll duplicate this again. And for this one, we'll go to building. All right, building. And then we can delete this one. Let's delete these first. Drag this one here. Call it a prefab variant, and then we'll drag this one here. Prefab variant. Let's see, apply prefab base. No. And then we can hit open. Yay! And that takes us to the base. There we are. Cool. But we want this screen. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna open up this cube, and we're gonna add a text mesh. Whoa. That's a bit big. Name. Ah! All right. And then we're gonna I need that text to be smaller too. it's going to be their name. We can't go smaller than 1, I don't think. Oh! Oh, I see what's up here. We're good, we're good. I was just having a bit of the old farty brains. So we'll zero that out. Zero that out. There we go. Is that seems 0.35? Yeah. Okay. And we'll switch the text to, I think we were Liberation? Was it? Or no, we were already on, it was this one. Well, I hope it wasn't that one. That one's broken. Well, it's easy enough to find out. We can go to the title screen. And it was Itim. Okay, so it was that. So why? Oh! Whatever. Let's not think too hard on it, right? All right. So we got this now. When we go over to the variants. Nice. Okay, and then we go over to the building. We need to fix the building a little bit. Let's see, what were we using for the top of the building? I think it was just that. Yeah. So pretty, huh? I like these songs. Okay. Sorry. I started dancing, not that you'd know, but... where are we? My brain completely left my body. Right. So we've changed this, so if we go look... Terrain is green, building is gray, both of them have the name. So now we need to go in to the game piece and add a reference to the oh. Okay. I might write a small mono behavior just for this debugging stuff. So let's do that. Maybe. Thinking. Well, no, because everything that's terrain or building is going to inherit from these, so it's fine. A-okay. Hey, it caught a bug right out of the air. Like a Mr. Miyagi or something. Alright. Private text mesh pro UGUI, I think it is. Holy cow. I did that without IntelliSense. Woohoo. Okay. All right. And then That should be good. We come back into here. I wonder if my green screen works, now that I'm kind of awake a little bit. Oh, it's so high. Makes me feel short. Just a moment. We can do this. Almost there. Kinda. Almost. It's gotta. Was it this way? Yeah. And then apparently my moose is back there. Turn it off. And now. Oh, she's such a cute kid. And then. Hey! Okay. Yeah. Venus. All right. Got a little headband thing because your boy got a soft noggin. So, as I was saying. Yes. What we... Oh! It's almost there. Time for you to see how the stew is made, as they say. Oh! Oh, one moment. Oh, killing me here. That's better. Okay. Like, it's because my light isn't on. I have... Oh, we reset the router, right? I can't turn on my light without some hullabaloo, so... Such a good song. It's the intro for Ridge Racer 4, if you were curious. And if you weren't, oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Let's actually go into our base. Put it here. That's better. Then we'll go in here. Oh, is it not you, GUI? What is it? What is it, eh? Just Text Mesh Pro. Okay. Makes sense. I feel the need for speed. Me too. Alright, so that's set there. Now we'll come over here. Set it here. And then, I don't know. We could probably just set it at the start. Private void start. Name mesh dot string text equals subtype dot toString dot toUpper. Why not? You know, just shout it from the heavens. Do wish that this was on. I wonder if I could just turn it on and blind myself. Does that help? No? Okay, well, You can't blame a guy for trying, you know? That's the problem with newfangled tech, you know? You get it set up, and then it stops working. Wait, hold on. Hold on. It's that's bright. Like, this looks bright to you, all red in the face like I had too much alcohol, but it's like staring into the sun for me. In fact, you're up there, huh? I keep looking at myself. It's like staring into the sun. Anyways. Alright, so we have some prefabs that we need to fix. Otherwise, when we open up the game, it's gonna explode. And as much as I think that's funny, it's not super useful, you know? Objects, there they are. I don't know why I didn't notice those. It's not that one. We're looking for, is it catalog? Yes. And we got building and grass. And then where else? I'm forgetting somewhere. Forgetting. Been too long. Let's press start and find out. No! It just works! Okay. You know, technically that's not insensitive of me because half my family's Italian. Not that you'd know. Or, I mean, I don't know any Italian really. Molto bene. Okay, so what do we see here? We see grass. So I think what we want to do to this base is we actually want to take this name and we want to give it a tilty tilt, right? Because we're looking at it from down. Down, right. Sorry, the camera's so high, like all my gestures got to be up here. And as much as I love hand gesturing, that's... I wonder if I could zoom out a little bit. Is that, Slightly off on the right there. Oh! Yeah. Scienced. All right. Lock it. Hands. Woo. Cool. So as I was saying, what we need is it's like this. We want it like that, right? And so we can do that by going... What I'm not seeing right now... Those are the pivot points. X, Y, Z. I don't see... some of my rotation tools. And it might be because I'm in... Oh! This'll work. Which way is it? It's X. Negative 90. Oh, nope. 90. Maybe. Show me your moves. There we go. And then... Can I do that at 0? 10 to 1, some of the music I'm playing right now is gonna get struck on YouTube. But you won't know because I'm going to go in and I'm going to basically upload it private and then find out what gets cut or what gets caught. Cut those pieces out. I hope nothing does though, because I really like all this. This is like 8-bit wrestling music if you can hear it. Okay, I think that'll be good. So we stop playing. Well, let's get out of the scene view. Alright, so some obvious problems. One is I've made the box too small. Let's do 1.5, but we'll make the actual font size just a flat 5. Ah. Grease! There we go. Basically, what I'm missing right now is this? Normally in TextMesh Pro, there's a yellow box that you can drag around and stuff, and I just don't see it right now. May have to look that up later and see why I don't see it. It's probably something dumb. Whatever. And we probably want to make it black with a outline in white because they tell you in meme school that black with a white border can be read over anything. There we go. So that should be useful because then... Ah, we found it. So we should fix that sometime. Oh, this is definitely gonna get hit. It's like a Namco Bandai sounded thing. They'll nuke that from orbit. Terrain variants. Building variant. Alright. There we are. So again, that text is all funky monkey. So normally when you do TextMesh Pro, let's see, do we got a good example? So you can see on this. Oh, you actually can't. Ah. Okay. Well, I still don't see it for this. Whoops. There it is. There's our friendo. Thanks, Pac-Man. We do 2D and... Oh, we can't. But we can look at it dead on. There we go. If you believe anything is possible, or so they say. There we go. Ah, much better. Okay. So now we've got names on these buildings. So we're gonna go in here and we're gonna call this, whoops. I already jumped the gun on what I was about to do. We're gonna call this, HQ, and then we're gonna duplicate it. And this next building is going to be called, Dock? Yeah, Dock's fine. So a dock is going to be how people come into the island. And we'll eventually need to work out the code for that so that people come to the island. Now, the dock is going to present us with an interesting challenge. Maybe. Wait, will it? Okay, well, I'll show you what the challenge was going to be, but I think I may have a simple solution for it. Okay, so go in here. Change this over to the dock. And then on the dock, we need to add a new building type. Subtype, sorry. Save that. Wow, the base on that. These things I'll probably need to remove later and just put them on buildings where it's relevant. So now for the dock, we'll set it to dock. And realistically, in the future, these should be set by this. So we'll do that at some point. Yep. Thinking. Oh, interesting. So why is... Oh, wait. I know why. There we go. Catalog. I mean, I see it right there, but let's go in here and we'll set these to null real quick. There we go. And then we will fill them back in. Okay, so that fixes that, and then that's almost the right word. I think we'll be able to clean up this system going forward, but it's better, honestly, it's better to just do things and get a finished prototype than it is to try and make everything perfect the first time. Plus, then you can find out what works and what doesn't, you know? Okay, so terrain, we just see grass. Buildings, we just see these two. And then dock, have we set a maximum number? I guess it's still 1. So, now here's the problem with the dock. It's up here. But I don't want it up here. I want it actually to be on the bottom level. So there's a couple ways I could do this. The way I don't want to do it is I don't want to make it a terrain piece. So what we can do, potentially, is we could either make the visual for it 1 unit down, so that even though we're on this higher level, it would still show visibly just above the water. Or we can edit the input code a little bit so that there's, when you switch modes, it's actually the blocks, when you select a block, that determines what level you're on, which I think is what we're going to end up doing. Not tonight, but that's just a future thought. So the dock is also going to use special code because it is a building that does not need a block below it. In fact, it doesn't want a block below it. So what we will need to do is we will need to go into the input controller. Pretty sure it was the input controller. Or, no, it was the map. So what we're going to have to do is, if we go, that's terrain. Check space during move, that's building, move things, remove tile. Okay, so currently our buildings, they check to see if a spot is occupied or not. We need to add to the game piece a value of whether or not it wants the space to be occupied, or whether or not, yeah, basically, is the occupied status matching the required status from the game piece? We'll default on buildings to true, and then manually you can go through and change them to false. So let's look here. Oh. Cool. We'll go with that for now, I guess. By default, it's true. So by default, it requires an empty cell, and we'll serialize that so that we can edit it in the inspector. And then, all right. And there's no setting needed. We don't want people changing these at runtime. So then what will happen is over in the map, we'll say so if it is occupied and it requires, so let's do some debug message here. So, is there a map square where we are trying to drop the building? And does the game piece require that for them to be there? So if this is true and this is true, that means that, oh, am I getting that backwards? Requires filled cell maybe. Or we could just do does not equal. Yeah. So if there is a block, a terrain block, and the game piece requires that there be one there, that would make both of them true. Now, if there is no terrain block and the game piece requires there be no terrain block, then this will be false and this will be true. So if they're both true or both false, it won't work. They have to be opposing. Like so. And what we could do if we wanted, is you could actually do that, and then it makes it a little bit less confusing to read. So it's like if it is an empty cell or is an empty cell. And I guess we could do, oh, is not. So we'll just do it this way. If it is a filled cell, yeah, there we go. So if it is a filled cell and we require an empty cell, let's change this. There we go. If it is a filled cell and it requires a filled cell, then it'll work. If it isn't filled and it doesn't require a filled cell, then we're good to go. It's not super elegant. We'll come back to it. It's not a whoop. It's not a big deal though. You work with what you got, you know? There we go. Okay. So now, if we go back to our scene, let it compile. Dang it. Oh, and I put it... maybe terrain will eventually want it. Who knows? Okay. Experimentation time! What you talking about? Spawn block. So it shouldn't be breaking. But that's part of development, I suppose. Whatever. Okay. Oh, interesting. I can't click on them. I can click on the grass. So that means I probably goofed here. Let's see. This is the danger of working at night, but you know. Okay, that's gonna work. That does. So mode is set to edit buildings. And oh, we're good, we're good. Forgot to change the layer type. Okay, so HQ, if we try to place it anywhere outside, it doesn't work. If we place it in, it does. Dock, if we try to place it inside, it doesn't work. If we try to place it outside, it doesn't work still. So then the question becomes why? Attempt building placement. And I didn't get an error. Turning on bugs, it's gonna be a little laggy for a moment here. It's compiling. Anytime. You have been busy for 11 seconds. Yes, you have. Good job. Sure. Wow. Debug mode makes my waters pretty slow. Alright, building. And we'll go HQ first. True and true. And then for the dock, true and false. And that gives us a... Oh, wait, we have debug off. False and false. So it didn't place it, which means let's go in here. So did it false and false? Oh, interesting. Okay, hold on. My brain is being blown here. If false... Oh! It does need to be that.
Oh, it's so hard to develop.
Let's get those going. Nope, 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 nope. Yep. Nope, 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 nope. Yep. Now that still won't be perfect. We're gonna have to actually add in... We'll need logic for basically making sure it's adjacent to a terrain piece. We'll figure it out. It'll be something I have to sleep on.